Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So Donald Trump at one of his recent rallies made a huge promise to Social Security. We're going to be looking into what he said. Plus, the overwhelming majority of Americans say that we must act now to save Social Security from those massive cuts that will take place if nothing is done within the next decade. But before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock or $200 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. And if you'd rather just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive the free stock is just sell it for what it's worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so Donald Trump held a recent rally in the steaming hot state of Florida. And of course, in that speech that he made, one of the many things that he did was he challenged Biden to another debate. On the stage, I guess no moderators, they would just go talk about different topics with each other. No holds barred, quote unquote, with Biden. And not only would they have a debate on stage, but then they would also have a golf match. And Trump said that if he lost to Biden, he would donate $1 million to charity. He, of course, said the golf match would be very popular. It would be more popular than the Ryder Cup, more popular than the Masters. I do have to say, I think a lot of people would probably tune in for humor if nothing else. But according to The Hill, former President Trump on Tuesday challenged President Biden to a debate this week in an 18-hole golf match, calling it a chance for Biden to redeem himself after a disastrous performance during a June 27th debate that has dramatically altered the presidential campaign. He said, "I'm officially offering Joe the chance to redeem himself in front of the entire world," Trump said at a rally in Doral, Florida. He said, "Let's do another debate this week so that sleepy Joe Biden can prove to everyone all over the world that he has what it takes to be president. But this time it will be man-to-man, no moderators, no holds barred, just name the place, anytime, anywhere." Now, of course, Biden and Trump, they do have another debate coming up. I believe that one's going to be either in August or September, moderated by CBS. Not sure whether they are actually going to go through with it or if Biden is going to decide to drop out. But of course, on top of all that, on top of Trump challenging Biden for yet another debate this week, Trump also made a huge promise to Social Security as well. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
"I will not cut one penny from Social Security or Medicare, and I will not raise the retirement age by one day." Biden is going to do that because he's allowing these people that come in to go on to Social Security and Medicare, to go into the hospitals. And, you know, we want to be nice, but no country can sustain this. No country can sustain it. I kept that promise for 4 straight years, and I will keep it again. We have plenty of other resources. We're not going to touch Social Security or Medicare. If the millions of Biden migrants became citizens, Medicare and Social Security will be gone. They'll be gone. They'll be gone.
So Trump is promising not to cut a single penny from Social Security and Medicare. This should be good news for a lot of people who are wondering whether or not they are going to try to raise the full retirement age or cut benefits for certain people. Of course, the problem is if nothing is done at all, if they don't have any type of reform, whether that's raising taxes, whether that's raising the full retirement age, whether that's reducing benefits for higher earners, whether that's reducing the FICA tax you pay in from your paycheck, if nothing is done at all, we have different projections out there ranging anywhere between 2032 through 2034. In those years, if nothing is done right now or by that time, there is going to be cuts automatically across the board by 26%. So by not cutting anything or by not making any changes or raising taxes or raising the full retirement age, you're still in fact cutting benefits across the board by 26%. So by Biden not doing anything, by Trump not doing anything, unfortunately, there's still going to be cuts across the board by 26%. Not while they're in office, because they will be gone before that would actually be taking place. It would be up to the next president after Biden or Trump that would be faced with that dilemma. But obviously, most Americans are agreeing that something must be done, even though this isn't something that's really necessarily being talked about all that much. So according to Fox News, Americans agree that something must be done to save Social Security. So they say that only Americans unaware of looming changes to Social Security aren't bothered by them. A recent survey said only 30% of respondents knew that without reforms, Social Security beneficiaries would face an automatic cut in benefits in the next decade, amounting to nearly $17,000 per year for the average couple, according to the Peter G. Peterson Foundation survey. These Americans support changes to protect benefits. However, once respondents who were unaware of the changes ahead understood the bottom line impact, 97% agreed it is important for the leaders elected this fall to strengthen Social Security so it is fully available for current and future generations. So obviously the overwhelming majority of Americans agree that something must be done very soon, that we should not continue to kick the can down the road to the very last second before we had this massive cut in benefits. We're already seeing that a lot of people who are receiving Social Security are not receiving a large enough check to get by. They're having to go back and work after retiring, stocking shelves at grocery stores, and a lot of people, it's just a very, very tough situation right now for Social Security. And if it's tough now, just wait until we have to cut benefits across the board by 25%. It's going to be an even bigger reduction in what you're already seeing. We actually have some people, according to Newsweek, where they're resorting to GoFundMe amid payment delays. This is, of course, are people who are waiting for their disability benefits because the Social Security Administration is not funded well enough, apparently, to be able to process those disability applications within a reasonable amount of time. They say on their website it should only take like 5 to 6 months, but a lot of people are reporting it's taking like up to a year for their application to be processed. So once again, according to Newsweek, a couple from Georgia has been forced to fundraise income due to the long wait for Social Security disability benefits. James and Shanatlan Dickens have been married for just a couple of months when James suffered a stroke in January, rendering him unable to work while he recovers from his ordeal in a rehab facility. Shanatlan told Georgia news outlet 11 Alive that he is yet to be approved for disability benefits, forcing them to turn to GoFundMe to raise money. So obviously a tough situation for them, and a lot of other people are in a similar situation where they lost their income due to some sort of disability. They're waiting on their disability application to be approved, but since the Social Security Administration is so slow in approving these applications, people are seeing their bank accounts shrink more and more, and they have a mortgage payment to pay for, maybe they have rent, they have groceries that they had to pay for, all these other things. But the Social Security Administration is so slow in processing these applications. They just wonder what they have to do, and once again, they're having to resort to GoFundMe and raising money that way, which I know is probably very difficult for them to have to ask money, but they really have no other choice in a lot of these circumstances. But that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.